内政を抜け闇に生きてきたお前は自由を得てこの国を変えられたのか。
変えるのは俺のような闇に生きるダークヒーローじゃねえ。ヒーローさ。
来い、いくらでも受けてやろう。
I'm literally gonna wait for you. And I see you're gonna be like, nah, I'm not gonna like it. I'm just keep watching. Just subscribe. And you think the clip gonna cut right here, but it's not, because I'm still waiting for you to click that like button. And the subscribe and the post notification button.
The word flop or mid is a word that's used a lot in the anime community. But when you think of an anime that is considered a flop or just mid, what is the anime that comes to mind? I'm sure you have a few anime that just pop up immediately, if you can even remember them. But what happens if I say the name Fire Force? Do you think that it belongs within that group? Well, I would say yes. But what if it wasn't like that? What if in fact it was totally different, and this anime that I considered a flop would actually teach me something that I didn't realize that I needed to know? Well, hopefully after you're done with this video, you're gonna learn something too. But if you don't learn anything, at least listen to this guy moan in the opening. Now, when it comes to Fire Force, a lot of people have basically forgotten about this anime. I'm just gonna be real with you, they're in season 3. I could tell you the premise if you want to, so I will, but like, the people who know, the people who don't know, let me give you a really short and very accurate story. So what happens is, within the anime, we follow this character called Shinra. So Shinra was chilling at the house, he left the toaster on for a really long time, he fell asleep, the house just caught on fire, everybody just burned. After that, he's basically homeless. But then he gets divinely punished, and then his feet are like on fire. So when you see that guy who like has burning feet, yeah, it's him. He got like eternally punished. But then it turns out that in the world that he lives in, a lot of people keep getting punished. Like, you know, people left the oven on, people left the toaster, people just burn in bushes. You get divinely punished, and that is the premise of Fire Force. If anyone tells you anything different, they're wrong. But jokes aside, when it comes to season 3, I hesitantly came into the season on the low. I didn't want anyone to know that I was really watching it or even talk about it, because even though I've been enjoying the season, I've been holding in a really dark secret. Because the truth of the matter is, even though I'm here to honor this anime, I did not finish season 2. And the reason is, well, just to keep it a buck, there were just more interesting anime, so I just stopped watching. I'm sorry. But that didn't stop me from caring about the anime. In fact, when I heard that the anime was in its final season, I thought that I would just come in, have some fun, and then just leave. But it turns out that there's more to this anime. Because on the surface level, people know Fire Force as being this soul eater connected anime. That's the biggest thing that people like to note it as. But it's better than that. Because truthfully, when you watch this anime, what you're going to see is a display of creativity that is just on another level. Because the first time I heard of Fire Force, I didn't think that it would go that far. Because once I heard that the premise was about them using fire abilities, and that's pretty much it, I just kind of wondered how far could you take the concept of fire or heat. And little did I know that they could take it really far. And as such, Fire Force became the anime when it comes to fire abilities. The creativity is always crazy. But then, besides just having interesting powers in the power system, you get awesome and memorable characters. Because this season, I met a lady who keeps saying cha-ching, and I can't stop saying that in my pastime because she's just that catchy. And that kind of just reminded me as I was watching the episodes, not even knowing what's really going on, what made this anime so fun for me when I used to watch it. And as I was watching it, kind of just accepting the fact that there's no real point in even talking about it. To be real with you, I kind of felt phony, so I didn't even want to talk about it too much in shorts or just anywhere else, because I knew that I don't really know too much, I'm just having fun. But then things changed, because something that I didn't expect and in fact kind of dismissed became one of my biggest motivating factors to actually make this video, which is the writing. Surprisingly, Fire Force has amazing writing within season 3. The fact that the ending from the first season is connected to a secret that is revealed later within the 3rd season, it was so mind-boggling that I kind of took a step back, looked at the anime, and kind of looked at things differently after that episode. But then when I ran onto the internet and tried to see who else was really interested by this. The only people who were there were people who like Fire Force. The general public, or just people who are just neutral, did not care. And that really had me disappointed. Because to be real with you, I was disappointed because I knew the truth. I know that Fire Force is really interesting, it's really creative, but I kind of accepted the fact that people don't really watch Fire Force, and also there's nothing that would really draw them in. I'm only there because I have a connection, and this really frustrated me. Because when people were talking about the anime returning, it was met with a bunch of people super excited for its return. And I kind of thought that people would be there to at least appreciate the writing that was happening within Season 3. It was so good that in fact, Season 3 doesn't have too much action that's intense. It's more about the laughter, but also the dark knowledge and secrets that get revealed that just make you super excited about watching this anime every single week. But nobody cared. That really left me in a place of frustration, and I didn't really like that. Instead, I decided that I would make a short basically calling people out, telling them that they kinda seem phony because it seems like this anime had so much support when it was returning, but people aren't even there to appreciate what it's doing. But overall, when I sat there and thought about it, I kind of realized that it wasn't really going to make too much of a difference. You can't really force people to go watch something or appreciate it. And then it hit me, especially after the most recent anime awards. Who cares? I know this sounds like I'm trying to be nonchalant, but really, who cares? Because as I sat there frustrated, just thinking about how this anime is being overlooked, I realized that the Fire Force fans were having the best time of their lives. And here I was just angry, asking myself, why aren't they doing anything? Why are they just talking amongst themselves? And then it kind of hit me. They don't really care what other people think. Yeah, I'm sure on a general level they do. But at the end of the day, they're having fun. And this is the point of this whole conversation. When it comes to anime nowadays, especially with the awards, people get frustrated because you want the anime that you like to win awards, to be recognized. And when it's not, people get frustrated. But the issue is that sometimes this has resulted in people discrediting anime because it's not popular, because it doesn't win awards. That's not necessarily true. For the Fire Force fans, they're having an awesome season, but for the general public, that anime is considered a flop. And this is the thing that got me thinking, what really matters when you watch an anime? Is it about the perception of others or the perception that you have? Are you having fun? The general basis of watching things that entertain you. Are you having fun? And after really thinking about that, I realized that all that really matters within Fire Force, and something that the fans have shown me, is that they're having fun. And that's all that really matters. Because truthfully, this season is not made for just everybody. I'm sure the anime would love to be watched by everyone, but it's made for the fans, the people who stuck by the anime through thick and thin and watched it till the end. And to think that I kind of forgot that kind of just made me sad, because I realized that I was too focused on what people liked or what people thought of the anime, when that's not really the point. Ultimately, it's about your own experience. It's cool to find people who like what you like, but at the end of the day, you watch these anime because you like them. And ultimately, it kind of just got me to slow down and start thinking more about anime. What really is a flop? I mean, I've watched Black Clover and people consider it a flop, but I love that anime and it's awesome to me. But technically, based on what would be considered a flop, it is one. And I think that at this point in terms of anime, we've gotten to the point where enjoyment can be lost because of popularity or just acceptance. Who cares? It really should be about what is fun for you. It doesn't mean that the anime is not good. And I came to that conclusion from an anime that I actually dropped, came back, didn't mind if I didn't know anything, but had fun watching it. And I think that if more people had that approach, or already do have that approach, the world of anime would be a better place. Because there are a bunch of anime that are good, that are being called flops. This doesn't make sense to me, and it shouldn't make sense to you. And I think that this season is teaching me a lot of things that could help a lot of other people. But on a general basis, the season is good, but of course my whole thought process is biased because I've watched this anime. I can't tell someone to just jump into season 3 of an anime they've never watched. That's kind of weird. But at the same time, I have to tell the truth about the anime. The anime is good. The anime is creative. It's always been. It has memorable characters. It has funny moments. It's something that can make you laugh, which is something that's always fun and just simple. But also in terms of an intellectual writing level, there's something there that can be taken with it. And I think that that is something that used to draw people to the anime, that it was connected to Soul Eater. I haven't watched that anime, I'm just gonna keep it a buck. But either way, there was always this sort of layering within this anime. And to see things unfold the way they are in season 3 is actually showing you that it's paying off to watch this anime, even if it may seem like a surface level anime. So would I say you should watch this anime in season 3? Yeah, sure. I think you can have fun. I think it's something that you can watch for the season and maybe forget about, or actually remember and then watch season 1. That's up to you. But if you don't want to watch this anime, that's okay as well. It's understandable. Maybe it's not for you, and that's okay. But either way, I think that the situation with Fire Force is a little sad, but I think that it's a harsh reminder of what reality is at times. Sometimes all that matters is if you care about it.